What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Ben's Podcast, episode 36, coming at you with
Multi.
Y'all, I apologize for our absence. I have either been not home on the weekends or I've been doing something, but we've got 3 videos coming out this week. This one's going up tonight at some point.
Tuesday.
Then tomorrow, we got another one coming out, and then we're going to film on Thursday, but that one's going to come out on Sunday. So, with that being said, let's go on and get into the rest of the video. Alright, y'all, so as of late, we have had a lot of WWE stuff going on. We've had Saturday night's main event, Evolution, and we're going to cover the current things that's going on in the WWE. First off, I'll start off by saying Naomi cashed in her Money in the Bank contract to become the new World's Women's Champion.
Women's World Champion.
Women's World Champion. Lane, what was your thought? I thought it was a great match between Rhea and Io.
It was one of the best matches of the year. Match of the year contender.
And then I knew something was going to happen with how long that match was going. Jessica Carr, the referee.
I thought while they were out in the crowd, I was like, maybe Naomi cashed in, but I really thought Naomi was going to cash in on Tiffany's title on SmackDown where her brand is. But
so now there will be a triple threat match at SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Naomi for the World's Women's Championship.
And speaking of wrestling, the OTC is back.
Roman Reigns returned last night. He was supposed to return at Saturday night's main event, but Seth Rollins blew out his knee in his match against LA Knight, so that had to be scrapped. But it was still a huge pop when he returned last night. I hope he actually is here to stay. Dad was telling Keke he's a part-timer. And Keke said, no, he's a half of a part-timer.
No, he's a part. He comes for the big show. He came from Royal Rumble. He was supposed to be in Elimination Chamber, but they didn't want him to take a loss. So, he's at WrestleMania. Then he comes back during SummerSlam. Then he's around Crown Jewel and War Games, which I think is going to be Team Roman versus Team Seth this year at War Games. So
if Seth returns,
never mind now.
I
think you can still do that with like Team Paul, where Paul assembles a team to try to take down Roman.
Because I've seen that Seth Rollins may be out for 10 to 12 months because of his knee injury. But Seth Rollins, you could see that he was physically upset with his body after the injury.
I mean, visibly
angry.
Not physically.
That's what I meant. I couldn't think of the word. Okay, so he was.
They ain't used to filming these Tuesdays.
He was visibly angry at his body for having that injury because for the first time in WWE history, the Money in the Bank holder has to vacate the Money in the Bank.
He ain't gonna vacate it. He'll be back before it comes back to June.
So. Yeah, but that was a decent match all the way up till Seth Rollins hurt his knee.
Sucks too, because Seth was really going to be the face of the company because Cody and Roman's supposed to be leaving after SummerSlam to film a movie. So
Goldberg had his retirement match against Gunther. And Goldberg must not feel pain, because if Gunther would have slapped me in my chest like he did Goldberg, I would have fell to the ground, gotten in the fetal position, and started crying. But Goldberg was laughing. How did you think Goldberg's retirement match went?
It was pretty good. It was a lot better than a lot of Goldberg matches, so.
Goldberg's son was about to mess Gunther up when he pushed him. He jumped over that barricade like it was nothing.
Gunther would have smoked his kid.
I don't think so.
Gunther's that guy.
But
speaking of Gunther, though, he's facing CM Punk for the world title
at SummerSlam.
And CM Punk is going to win.
I don't think he will.
And then Seth's going to cash in when he comes back on CM Punk.
I don't think Seth is going to return at SummerSlam.
I didn't say that. I said when he returns, he's going to cash in on Punk.
But I will say that I think CM Punk needs to win at SummerSlam because ever since Gunther has had the title, he has done nothing with it. Just like Io Sky. What?
He faced Goldberg.
Yeah, that was his first title defense since the Raw, a couple Raws after WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 weeks into his reign.
Exactly. He didn't even show up on TV. He's the world champion.
He has been on TV. He was on TV all the way up to the match. But Benjamin don't watch Raw, so he can't. Well, he was on Raw every week up until then.
Yeah, but one title defense up to this point.
John Cena defends his title once a month. That's usually what champions do.
Whatever. They should.
Really, John Cena defended his title against Randy Orton early May, and then didn't defend it again until CM Punk late June.
I still think that the world title should have been kept on Jey Uso.
No, Gunther is a better champion than Jey.
No, he wasn't. Gunther was arguably the most popular world champion in the last year.
So you just said Gunther was the most popular.
I mean, Jey Uso was quite possibly.
Dude, you need to lock in today, Benjamin.
Was arguably the greatest and most popular world champion in the last recent year.
He was not the greatest.
But yep, so Saturday night's main event also happened.
That was a trash Saturday night's main event, though.
Yeah.
I watched All In, though.
Oh yeah, Landon and Dad ordered AEW All In, and apparently there was like 9 matches, which is crazy for a pay-per-view. But AEW does it different.
That's like their WrestleMania, so it's going to be that many matches. And plus, they don't have 2 days to expand with it. And that match, it took like 5 hours and 45 minutes for that show to be over. But I think it was probably the best show of the year, though. And I think Evolution was the best show for WWE this year.
But, so with that being said, we're going to go on and get into the rest of the video. I got to thinking earlier this week, how do batteries work? How does, let me see it. How does this little thing right here is able to power a remote or a controller or even a toy?
Because it powers the remote.
How?
Because...
Please explain to me how.
Benjamin, this right here gives power to the remote.
How though?
So when you hit this,
is there electricity in the remote?
No.
Okay, how?
The batteries do it.
How does this turn to electricity?
Because it has energy in it, Benjamin.
Then why doesn't it shock me when I hold it?
Because
why?
It's not like that, Benjamin.
Then it's not electricity.
Benjamin, if you hold one of these wires out here, it's not gonna electrocute you.
Yeah, it will if you grab a certain piece. I just want to know, how do batteries work?
It's the same way as how a charger works, Benjamin.
So a charger is a battery?
Yes. It's
why?
The same thing. Because they power stuff.
Yeah, but they're plugged into something that provides the electricity for that.
And so is this. This
How?
has electricity.
You just said it was electricity.
Exactly, and this has electricity.
How? Electricity?
But you don't need to start today, buddy.
Explain to me how a battery, a little tube about this big, can power an entire...
power right here. This gives energy and power to these buttons.
Okay, our bodies carry a little bit of electric current. Why can't we just put our finger in there and do it?
Because we don't have that much energy.
And you're telling me
we would die if we had that much energy, Benjamin.
And you're telling me that
if I would have touched this and I had a lot of energy, I would get electrocuted.
Exactly. So why don't the battery electrocute you?
Because we don't have enough energy in our bodies for that.
Oh my God, bro! You're never going to be able to explain to me.
We're not a freaking light bulb, Benjamin.
Are you sure? Because I be getting lit sometimes.
No, you don't.
But I just don't understand how these two AA batteries, can power my remote. And yeah, this battery's seen some stuff. It's been through some dogs. But it still works. Don't have a back to it anymore, but it still works. But I just don't understand how these two little batteries can charge this controller. Actually, another thing I don't understand about batteries is how can they hold enough, whatever charges them for up to like a month to 2 months.
Because that's just how much amount of energy they have.
Because
if you use it more, it's going to lose more energy.
Because we use this remote, and these have been, you can tell by these batteries, they have been in here for a minute. So explain that one.
Because they have
MacGyver?
energy, Benjamin.
Oh no. I just don't understand how batteries work.
Yeah, put down in the comments how it works, because clearly you don't understand.
Please tell me how this little cylinder thing right here holds that much current in it that it can charge like those big RC cars that you can buy from Walmart for like $50, way overpriced though. But how these can make that thing go?
Because it gives it power.
How?
Because, Benjamin, can you drive it without the batteries?
Technically, yes.
No, you cannot.
Mama did it the other day.
No, you cannot.
Yes, she did.
No, you cannot.
Call her and ask her right now.
Benjamin, you cannot drive an RC car, or whatever the car is, without batteries.
Call Mama and ask. While she was in
Savannah, how did she do it?
She used her starter to get down to where she had to go. Call her and ask her right now.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
So you can drive a car without a battery, just not very far. Another thing, how do RC cars work? How can you put an RC car like a mile away from you and then use a controller and you can use it? How good is the signal between the antenna and the RC car? And actually, all the RC cars now don't have an antenna, so how do they work? Bro, what you laughing at? I am genuinely want to know how a battery works.
Ben, because it's energy.
So this is energy.
Powers the remote.
Okay, and
without this battery, this cannot work.
Yeah, but
because it has nothing that controls it.
And you're telling me if I put this little cylinder in there, 2 of them, it's gonna work?
Yes.
How?
Because I don't break Benjamin's remote.
I just want to genuinely know how, bro. Please enlighten me.
Intelligent man, y'all.
I am not a very intelligent man. I graduated from Collin County High School. So what do you expect? But that's another. I want to know how RC cars work. Because I have bought an RC car too in the last like 6 months because I'm a child on the inside. But and they fascinate me because I can have one in the living room, which is through this wall. Then I can have one in my bedroom, which is behind the camera through the wall in the bathroom. And I can drive it from there to the bedroom. Explain to me how it has that good of strength of signal between the remote and the car.
It's just a toy, bro.
Another thing, how do I done lost my damn. I lost my train of thought, y'all. But let me know down in the comment section down below. If you know how a battery works, if you want to go to Google and copy and paste it to the comment section, I will read it. And I will heart it to let you know I read it. So, with that being said, we're going to go on and get into the rest of the video. Alright, y'all. Right now, we are going to get into the ranking of the Final Destination movies. We're actually going to do 2 ranking movies this video. We're going to do Final Destination, then we're going to do Diary of a Wimpy Kid after this one. So, Landon's going to start off.
Alright. At my number 6, Final Destination 1. The first ever one. This one was alright. I think the only good scene in this movie, really, is the first part and the ending. Everything else between is just a blur and just not that good. I do like the plane crash. I think that's a, pretty. I think it's a pretty common death though. Out of really all the movies, I feel like that's the most common of like those scenarios you'll actually face in your life. But number 5 is the Final Destination 4. This one was the NASCAR where they got obliterated.
Obliterated?
Yeah. Yeah.
The only dude that got obliterated was the one who got hit with the tire. He got obliterated.
And the people that got, the building fell on top of them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
But again, the opening scene was pretty decent. The movie wasn't even that bad. Actually, I give it a 6 out of 10 on my ranking. But again, and the characters are terrible though. The casting, terrible. But these movies never really care about the characters. They care about how people die. But then number 4 is the newest movie, Final Destination: Bloodlines,
which I have not seen, so that won't be in my ranking.
I mean, this one is pretty good. I like how they do a different approach. Instead of being friends, they actually do a whole bloodline, and how this one woman leads to her whole family dying. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good movie. There were some nice deaths. It was a pretty funny movie, and they had some good characters in it, though. But it is going to rank 4th on my list. And then number 3, Final Destination 5. This one is with the bridge. Again, this one, love the opening. And I love the kill where the woman is like going on the, I don't know what they're called.
What?
Remember when she falls on the nail?
The gymnastic thing?
Yeah. I think that's a pretty creative kill. And then I like the plot twist at the end where you find out that this was actually the first ever like sequence of deaths that happened in the whole series instead of the first one, where the people that survived the 5th one was actually on the plane that the first people were on. But then number 2, Final Destination 2. This is with the car crash and the highway accident.
Oh yeah, that movie scarred me. I still will not drive behind a log truck.
Yeah, I saw one today. I was like, Dad, we cannot get behind that.
Nope. That's 2 lanes. Here, I'm gone.
But again, some creative deaths in this and pretty enjoyable characters. I think it was a way better movie than the first one was. But then number 1, Final Destination 3. A lot of memorable deaths. It had the roller coaster, the tanning bed.
Tanning bed, fucking, it scared me when I was growing up.
The train where they died at the end. So I just like the overall vibe of the movie. Again, I think the best final girl, I don't remember what her name was. It was some generic white woman's name. But
Jennifer.
that is my rankings of Final Destination.
Alright, so I'm going to go from 5 up because, like I said, I haven't seen Bloodlines. Number 5 would have to be the first one because, like Lana said, it just was not a good movie at all. Probably one of the dumbest out there. But it kicked off for them to make the movies better over time. So number 5 is number 1. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, number 4 would have to be Final Destination 2. Now, that movie was alright. It had some very gruesome kills in it. Like the dude being split in half by the barbed wire flying at him. That was scary. I think the dude, wasn't that the one where the guy had to escape through the fire escape because his house caught on fire and the ladder pierced through his head?
Mm-hmm. He slipped on spaghetti.
Was Eminem there?
What?
You don't get it. But yeah, so that one was pretty nasty. Number 3 would have to be Final Destination, the bridge one, which is, I think, the Final Destination. And
no, the bridge one is the 5th one.
Huh?
The bridge one is the 5th one.
Then what's the Final Destination?
That's the 4th one with the NASCAR. With the wreck.
Okay, that don't make no sense.
The NASCAR one.
Anyway, Final Destination 5 is number... What was on 4 or 3?
3.
Is number 3. Number 2 would have to be Final Destination 4. Right? Yeah, Final Destination 4. Pretty much the only thing that I thought was gruesome in that movie was the beginning. Because, ugh. And number 1...
The movie theater scene was crazy too in that movie.
And number 1, although I will never, ever get on a roller coaster in my life, Final Destination 3 was probably the best one out of the entire series. Just because it had probably the best storyline behind all the characters, and them trying to stick together to survive and stuff like that. And that didn't work out well for him. Isn't that the one where also the dude gets stuck to the suction thing at the bottom of the pool? Isn't that the third one?
That's the fourth one.
Oh. Well, that's going to be it for the Final Destination rankings. Now let's get on into the final part of the video, ranking Diary of a Wimpy Kid. You want to go first or me? I'll go first. There's only been 4.
3. The fourth one won't ever matter. We're not ranking the fourth one. The fourth one sucks.
The fourth one, which is The Long Haul.
So much. No, Benjamin, shut up. I'm talking now. It sucked so bad. No one could pay me enough money to watch that movie again. That movie sucked. Everything about this movie. The casting, the acting, the story. It was terrible, Benjamin. I mean, terrible. We're not ranking that one. You understand?
Yes, sir, Mr. Bossman.
1 through 3. That's the only movies that ever exist in this franchise.
Alright, number 3 is Dog Days. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dog Days. I say that's number 3 because it is a good story. It's a nice family movie to sit down and watch, and there's a lot of funny scenes in it. Riley's dad getting tackled by the cops because he's holding a knife. And then Greg apparently don't know how to send a freaking email at 10, 11, whatever he was in that movie.
Then they're freaking eating off the ice cream cone.
And then they get on the cranium shaker.
You know they really did that ride?
No, really?
Dude, you know they could have put a green screen behind them and just put them in a seat.
Number 2.
Wait, I want to tell you like something about it. Zach, who played Greg, they told him they bribed him with tablets to do it.
What kind of tablets?
Tablets.
Like electronic tablets?
What other tablets are there?
There's pill tablets.
Yeah, they gave them pills. Yeah, they gave freaking kids pills. Yes, man.
Number 2 is the first ever Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This was an instant classic movie when it came out. Instant classic. But I think that they could have dove deeper into the characters in this movie. That's all I gotta say. And number 1, the best one, is Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules. This movie is, again, another instant classic movie. This is where Holly Hills is introduced into the movies. And
Rod Gupta being a creep.
Yeah, he knew her address. He knew exactly where she lived. He knew what her dad used to do, why they moved to where they lived. Sharad Gupta was a freak, bro. But I like Roderick Rules because it is a good story about Greg and Roderick having to come together as one to trying to hide the fact that they had a party. And they forgot that they took pictures on their dad's camera, and their dad's like, Roderick, would you want to explain to me what you're doing in this photo? That's not me.
I haven't been able to lock that door.
I haven't been able to lock that door for 2 weeks.
Ah! I don't even remember what he said. What did he say?
I knew that door had a lock on it, and everyone was trying to make me think I was losing my mind. Does he know about the DORE?
Huh?
The door. Just a very funny classic movie. And that's my ranking. Alright, Len, your turn.
Number 3, Diary of the Wimpy Kid, the first one. This movie, very overrated.
You almost got the cheese touch.
This movie is good, but this movie is very overrated. I mean, I think Dog Days and Roderick Rules is levels above this. This is probably like a 6 out of 10, where Roderick Rules and Doggy Days is 9 and 10 out of 10. But I like the dynamic between Riley and Greg and how their friendship kind of
ended. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done.
How they kind of try to get their relationship back by Greg finally taking the fall. You know, watching that movie back, it shows how bad Greg was a friend. He broke Riley's hand.
That broken hand was the best thing that ever happened to you.
And then terrorized little kids and blamed it on Riley.
Greg was actually a pretty bad friend in all of them.
And he got better. I think probably the best he treated Riley was probably the second one, but Riley wasn't in it very, very much in the second one. I like the dynamic of starting middle school, being a sixth grader, and then the cheese touch. But yeah, there's really like this movie's good, but it's nothing crazy like the other two. But number two is Doggy Days.
Dog Days.
Dog Days, same thing.
No, it's not.
It's the same thing, bro.
No, it's not.
But anyways, first off, I want to say this movie is a lot better than the book is. The book is one of my least favorite of the Wimpy Kid books.
The book and the movie is basically almost the same.
No, it is not. See, you never read it, bro. This is not a true Tyrone Kid fan. The Last Straw and Doggy Days take both books together and build a story with it. But half the stuff that happens in Dog Days doesn't even happen. It happens in The Last Straw, the third book.
Okay.
But I do like the summer vibes in this movie. I think it works really well. I like how the dad and Greg is kind of having to try to bond with one another, and their relationship grows out throughout the movie. Kind of how Roderick and Greg did, but not Riley and Greg, bro. Greg was on demon time in the sixth grade.
Look who's laughing now. I'm the laughiest laugher who's ever laughed.
Bro was crashing out in this movie. But again, like the summer vibes. But number one, Dairobi Kid, Roderick Rules, the best movie. But the book, like the movie I said, very overrated book. The book is good, but not great, like everybody says it is. But again, I like the brother dynamic, kind of how to treat your brother. Benjamin, take notes. But in terms of being relatable, I really haven't had to because I don't have a douchey brothers. Sometimes.
What you mean sometimes, bro?
You said I was talking about you, bro.
I know you ain't talking about Michael because you hardly see him.
Yeah, that's true. But again, I really like this movie though because I love Roderick and Greg is alright, bro. Greg is a different type of animal.
Zachary Gordon did a very good job playing Greg in all the movies.
But if you want to wonder how Greg is, bro, this dude might be bad in the movies, but in the books, he is a demon.
And now Greg writes music. Zachary Gordon writes music.
But that is my rankings of Tyrone Kid.
But alright, y'all, that is going to be it for episode 36. Thank y'all for coming back and hanging out with us. And we will be filming again tomorrow. A video will come out tomorrow. Because I am sorry that we have not been filming like we ought to. It's just, I really just haven't felt like recording. And last week we couldn't film because we had a flea infestation in our studio. So we had to get that taken care of. And because I was just looking back at our notes, we have not filmed since June 27th. That was the last time we filmed. And I am sorry. It is now what? July 13th?
15th.
It is July. It has almost been a month. And like, if we had not filmed until next week, it would have been almost a month since I last uploaded. But I'm going to get back to the weekly uploads because I need to. Because I miss doing the podcast. So this one will be coming out at some point today. But, dear God. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Do it. But alright, y'all. Thank you guys so much for coming back to episode 36 and hanging out with us today. And I'm sorry again for our absence. We have not filmed since June 27th. If we would have waited one more week to film, we would have gone almost a month without any upload. But I'm going to get back to weekly uploads starting this week. Again, I'm going to record. After we get done, I'm going to edit this, put it up. Then I'm going to record tomorrow, edit it, put it up. Then I'm going to record again on Thursday, edit, and put that up on Sunday. But thank y'all for coming back again, and we will see y'all in episode 37. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and make sure you subscribe and like. I think it's in the same area. I don't know why I do this every week. But let us know if there's anything you would like to see in the coming videos, and we will check it out. So thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all in the next one.